Hi, this is Chantal from ThePurringCatStudio and welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to make a creative short talking about embossing powders. Some of you may know them. I discovered them a little while ago, a few months back I think, and but lately I've experimented with them in another way. So I'm going to show you first how to use them, and then I'm going to show you what I kind of use them for once in a while. So let's get to it. Okay, so I will first show you how I sometimes use them, or I should say how they're supposed to be used for. So I'm going to use this old paper, the printer. I had no ink left, so I'm using this, and I already did a test of the embossing. So this will be just to put the powder back in the containers. So yeah, because for some of you who have never tried this, this bottle might seem a little small, but believe me, you get a lot of usage out of it simply because you always put the powder back. So without any further ado, let me show you what this thing can do. So I will try first with, let me see, how about we try with just colored ink, just for fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this dragonfly, and I'm going to try on this sheet with blue ink. So when you use colored ink, then you can use clear. Oh, I need a paper because see this? I don't want it to print or stamp. And I don't know how, maybe I pressed it a little too hard. I really wanted to have all the ink possible. Okay, so I'm gonna try and be gentle. Gentle. Okay, so I'm going to put it right here. Then I'm going to put some embossing powder. I'm going to take this away for now. So that's all you do. You put it on. Now, if anyone told you that a hairdryer works, I don't think so. I think it takes a more concentrated heat in the same spot. So I don't recommend, if you're gonna do this, just honestly, I usually don't say that, but I usually say use what you have. But in this case, you actually need the heating tool, or you're gonna be disappointed in the result. It just won't work. Or if it does, then you have a very powerful hair dryer. So I will put it closer, but I will mute the sound so you don't have the dryer in your ears the whole time. Okay, so I'm going to try and bring this closer so you can see the transformation. Let's go. So I'm hoping you saw that. And now it is all shiny and embossed, and you can feel it, and it's really nice. So as you can see, I've used colored ink with clear embossing powder. Now how about we will use, what am I doing? We will use clear ink, and we will use gold rose embossing powder. So let's try that. Gold rose is the only color that I have. I might eventually get myself some other colors. However, as you can see, when you have the ink, you know, I have a bunch of these colored inks that my mom got for me at Christmas, So technically I don't really need any colorful embossing powder, right? So I don't know if you can kind of see that in the camera with all the lighting I have in here. Oh yeah, you do see it. There you go. I'm gonna put some embossing powder. And don't worry, it is not a waste. It goes all back in your container. You just want to make sure to cover the whole stamp area, right? So let me just go like this. Okay. I always close my container right away. I can be a little clumsy. So do you see here there's embossing powder? If you like that there's a little, like I don't know how you would call it, but when you do splatters with paint. So if you like that this is there and you want to leave it like that, perfect. If not, just go like this and wipe it off. I'm going to leave it. I actually like it. If you know me by now, you know I like things that are not perfect. Okay, so I'm going to do this again. And now you will see with the gold rose. And I will mute the sound for you. Okay, here goes. And there it is. So the little speckles here that I left are also there to stay now. And I like it. I like that it's not perfect. I really, really did it on purpose. Actually, let me back up a little bit. Now this would be a nice page to put. I could print a stamp. I have a writing stamp, with writing. I could put some washi tape. I could put some of this beautiful paper on a side here and leave some space for journaling. I am keeping this page. I actually like it with the blue dragonfly and the rose gold leaves over there. So I really like it. So I'm going to put this aside. And now, why not have fun one more time? And I will do it with the black. So give me just one moment here. I'm gonna make sure this is kind of clean-ish. So with the black, actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep this sheet and I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna put it a little closer for you. There we go. So I'm gonna do it with the black. This is a paper scrap, but I'm sure it will end up somewhere. So I will use my... Oh, I should have changed the stamp. Give me a second. I want to change the stamp just to make it a little more fun. Let me see. Oh yes, I like that one. Hold on. Oh, I like that. Very pretty. Okay. Perfect. Let's do it with that. Now, embossing powder. The embossing powder I have right now is very fine, which is perfect because it does work with details. I have heard that there are some embossing powder that are a little more, I think the word is coarse, and they will be good for the second project. I will show you real quick how I use the embossing powder in other ways, but for this, the fine one that I have is actually perfect. So I'm going to stamp this right here. Okay, I'm going to put a sheet of paper underneath to recuperate the excess. And sprinkle, sprinkle. I hope it's not already dry. See, the thing is that you don't want your ink to be dry because then the embossing powder won't stick. So I hope I didn't take too much time. Let's see. There is some, but some places I am unsure. Well, let's dry and see. Oh, it worked. I had embossing powder everywhere. I hope you can see it. I'm gonna get up and look at my camera to see what you see. Okay, so do you see how shiny? And of course you can feel it because it's all nicely embossed. Oh, that is pretty. And I love that you can feel it. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, do you see? Do you see the shine? Look at it there. Perfect angle. That's what I was looking for. I really want you to see what it does, especially if you've never done it, right? Those of you who have, then this is nothing new, but there you go. Okay, so now, oh my goodness, I'm keeping this. This is also going in a journal. Okay, so the other thing that and listen, this might not be new to you. I don't know. It's new to me. I thought this was pretty cool. So the next thing, I'm just trying to wipe my, my stamps clean. Oops, I ripped some paper. Okay, so I'm gonna put this away just real quick. There you go. Okay, so the next thing that I want to show you is, oops, where is it? Oh, there you go. So this leaf is distracting. I'm gonna rip it out there. Distracting to me anyways. So see this is beautiful paper from Pink Monarch Prints, and it's just, you know, it was printed on cardstock, and I use a lot of them in my journals. I love them, but this is cardstock. So now let's make it a tiny bit more like, I don't want to say plastic, but I'm just gonna put this on it. And we're gonna put the embossing, the clear embossing powder everywhere. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to get this right back in before I cause an accident. Sorry for the angle of the camera right now, but I'm just pouring the powder back in my container. Okay. Okay. So there's a little bit left there, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna bring this back. I'm gonna use something to hold the image so it doesn't blow away with the dryer. Is that the closest I can get it? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna hold it down, and there we go. It was blowing away. And there you go. Isn't that nice? Now it's all shiny and there's like a little feel to them, but it's perfect for when you make I love to make dangly dangles, that I call them. I just put a bunch of, see, I made it with the number 4 here, right there, and I punch holes in them, and I add other images like this one, and in the back it could have the butterfly as well. Let's say if I punch a hole in the corner, and I put these in a journal just like so, right? It's just nice to look at, and it's just also a very nice addition because then it, you know, it's just shiny. It just adds texture and interest to your work. So that was the second way of using embossing powder. I also have used what's called glossy accents to make medallions, but it does take longer to dry, and it's a lot thicker and becomes extremely solid. You can't punch holes in it once you're done it, and so, But with the embossing powder like this one, I did it and then I punched the hole, and it's just fine. It's really just shiny. It's not rigid in any way. Well, it is a tiny bit, but it won't prevent you from punching a hole in it, right? So that was the short for today. I did promise you all kinds of little creative shorts. And of course, I would love to continue creating, but I want to keep these creative shorts shorts. So that is it for today. So as you can see, you can create really beautiful things with the embossing powder, like so. And this could become a pocket. It could become just a piece that you add to a journal. Same thing, this can become a page to write that you glue in the journal so that you have writing space. There's all kinds of things, and these become a little more solid when you want to make dangly dangles, or just add them to like a journal somewhere. Look at that, already this is pretty. This was just a piece of scrap paper from one of my journals, and if I added this, if I glued this down and I left this side open, it could be some kind of a pocket. I could sew this in the journal. There's all kinds. It doesn't take much, see? And it's really a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed this little creative short, and well, you can go ahead and practice, and I will put the products for the embossing powder and this embossing clear stamp. Although, like I said, if you have colored stamping, then maybe you just want to purchase the clear embossing powder. Although I know they have beautiful colors for the embossing powder. You just decide what you wish to try. And of course, this tool I recommend. And just so you know, it's not just for drying the embossing powder and making it react. It's also good. Myself, I do watercolor, and sometimes between the layers it would be too long, so I dry. And also when I glue my elements, a lot of times I will use this to dry so I can keep going instead of waiting for the glue to dry, especially if I'm making a video for you guys. So it has many uses. I don't think you'll regret it. They're not very expensive for the worth and the usage that you will make of them. So that is it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you again to all my beautiful subscribers. We are getting closer and closer to 500. I can't believe it. I am overjoyed. I appreciate it. I really appreciate your support and your beautiful comments. I try to always reply to every one of you. And I will leave you on this note saying bye. Bye-bye. See you next time. Bye.